Dear readers of the Astrodeha family, welcome to Astrodeha on YouTube. The Mercury retrograde begins on the 17th of July. This week we are under influences that will bring emotional healing and allow us to heal by reviewing our past. We are in a week where the themes of healing and compassion come to the forefront. At the beginning of the week, emotional matters will be shaped and healed, and there will be positive energies for building creative and more lasting foundations, bringing depth to family-related issues in our private lives and to friendships. However, with Mercury, the planet of communication, starting its retrograde on the 17th, there may be slowdowns in communication, technology, and planning matters. You should be especially careful about your social media accounts being hacked and the risk of your phone or computer data falling into the hands of others and being misused. And this week, while Uranus is in Gemini, we may encounter changes in the areas of information, technology, and connections. The Mercury retrograde, which will accompany the Saturn and Neptune retrogrades, emphasizes the importance of inner reflection and rebuilding our lives. Now is the time to make an effort to move past the doubts and fluctuations you experience within yourself. And in addition, you may especially have guiding dreams. Let your intentions be to correctly interpret the messages your dreams give you and to heal the areas in your life where you feel stuck. Throughout the week, my advice to you is that if you are considering things like haircuts, skincare, or medical aesthetic procedures, you should definitely consult an expert Sky Guide and learn the auspicious times before proceeding. In addition, throughout the week, the Sky advises each of us to avoid movements that could strain chronic conditions, especially those affecting the neck and lower back. The week's celestial energies and their effects on all 12 zodiac signs are covered in detail on YouTube Astrodeha. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Mars, Aries, it's time to discover yourselves. This week, your focus will be on personal development and inner awareness. The sky is inviting you to slow down a bit, to observe things more deeply, and to achieve inner mastery before taking on the outside world with Mars's powerful energy. This will bring energies into your life, such as creativity, a longing for old interests, picking up new hobbies, and engaging with many things you've neglected for a long time. And in your professional life, my advice to you is to step back, question what you truly want, and avoid making any sharp decisions. Because Mercury, the planet of communication, will start its retrograde on the 17th, and misunderstandings or communication mishaps can cause serious problems, especially with your partner and those close to you. This is not a favorable period for major investments or sudden expenses when it comes to financial balance and impulsiveness. Make an effort to take advantage of this week's energies to restructure old debts or set up a payment plan. And especially when it comes to health, the stars are urging you to pay attention to the balance between body and mind. Be mindful of your water intake and make sure to stay active. This will bring you healing. Even though the energy of Mars may push you to run and fight, you should pay attention to your physical limits this week. In particular, connecting with family and your roots or meeting up with old friends can bring you great benefit. It's time to regain the emotional strength you've lost. There will be opportunities, new connections, and especially strong influences in matters related to work. However, make an effort to manage this energy properly, and especially try to make decisions not with inner doubts, but by consulting with people whose honesty and reliability you know. My advice to you is that when it comes to matters of love, let your intentions be guided not by doubts or anxieties, but by the feelings that the Creator has blessed you with deep inside. For single Aries, or those not in a relationship, there may be opportunities for closeness as the weekend approaches. The sky is telling you to cherish a heart that you feel close to. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Taurus, the children of Venus. The sky is signaling a new turning point in your career life this week. The sky is preparing to create a brand new milestone in your professional life. Pay special attention to Wednesday. New opportunities, job offers, and tasks that will put you in the spotlight may come up. Be prepared and don't hesitate to showcase your talents. The sky is telling you now it's your time to shine. Team spirit and collaboration will bring you great rewards. Winning as a team and benefiting from the right guidance of your colleagues and companions will please all of you. If you move forward with adaptability, you will succeed. And this week, the art of empathy and listening will come into play in your relationships. The influence of Venus, especially when communicating with your spouse or partner, will make the language of love more prominent. Actively listening will help you maintain harmony and eliminate all resentments, misunderstandings, and tensions between you. If you are single, this week emotional bonds will be strengthened on mental and spiritual foundations, and it is likely that you will take a step toward a lasting relationship. Excessive spending and unplanned payments have made things quite difficult for you financially. The celestial stars are truly inviting you this week to thoroughly review your current budget and to thoughtfully adopt financial approaches that may be few but incredibly solid, and that can certainly bring you significant financial gain. Especially throughout the week, my advice to you is to consult with your elders and close ones about spending matters, and to warn those whose spending habits bother you. This will benefit you rather than harm you. Starting from midweek, you can transform your energy with holistic healing techniques and bring balance to both your body and your soul. And with the support of Venus, your artistic spirit will be awakened this week. In particular, my advice to you is to make an effort to take advantage of this productive energy in both your professional and personal life. Use it to write, speak, and hold important meetings. In this special period where balance is being established in your love life and your star is shining in your career, it will be extremely beneficial for you to act with self-confidence. And especially when it comes to friendships, my advice is to be selective. Don't give a second chance to people who only call you when they need something and aren't there for you in your difficult times. And as the energy of change and transformation embraces you this week, welcome it with wisdom instead of resisting. Move forward believing that you will emerge stronger from this transition period by using the stability that the earth element gives you. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Mercury's children, Gemini, your ruling planet, will start its retrograde on the 17th. So, while your intellectual curiosity and desire to learn will intensify this week, you need to be a bit more careful and cautious when it comes to developing yourself in areas like education, work, and knowledge. Especially in matters related to your career, you may experience unexpected developments this week. Your innate ability to adapt can empower you to turn many challenges into opportunities. However, the stars emphasize the importance of staying calm with the intention of channeling these energies correctly, being open to different perspectives, and not resisting sudden changes. If you don't remain calm and react without understanding or listening, you may later find it difficult to fix things and face regret over what you failed to do in time. Be very careful, and especially regarding financial matters, my advice to you, along with Mercury's energy, is this. If your expectations are not met, if a payment you were waiting for hasn't arrived, or if a loan you applied for wasn't approved, Instead of getting into arguments, you should calmly choose to say, there is good in this as well. While you may benefit from making impressive speeches, you will also be tested by the unexpected harms and consequences of arguments. Be cautious. As for relationships, the sky is calling for open and honest communication this week. Let your relationships deepen. Don't hesitate to speak from the heart, but also don't lose sight of the fact that you need to listen to the other person if you want to open up. When it comes to financial matters, you need to act with discipline this week. In other words, dear Gemini, the sky is telling you to cut your coat according to your cloth. Especially if you face problems or tensions with money matters within the family and you don't want new ones to arise, your effort should be not to pay off debt with more debt, but to properly structure your savings. And especially throughout the week, don't overexert your body when it comes to your health. The sky is warning you to be careful about issues related to cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood-related ailments. Towards the weekend, spending time alone, reflecting, writing, and resting quietly could do you a world of good. Please create space for yourself so you can recenter your energy and restore your spirit. Because as a force that dances with life, when you keep the child within you open, flexible, and eager to learn, you'll be able to overcome many challenges. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of the moon, Cancers. This week, home and family themes will be at the forefront. The sky is guiding you back to the energy of your home. Family matters, home-related arrangements, and emotional bonds may be your main focus this week. You're also facing very favorable influences for resolving long-standing family issues. In particular, open and empathetic communication has the power to heal many old wounds from the past that have been holding you back. In your career life, this week is a time of temporary stagnation and patience. You may find it difficult to achieve the progress you expect in your professional life. This poses an opportunity for you to reassess your goals and strategies. Instead of forcing things, choose to move forward with internal adjustments. Solid steps are born from quiet depths. Please remember this. And especially regarding work-related matters, don't interpret people who warn you as thinking, am I going to lose my job? Do they not like me? Instead of thinking this way, it will be greatly beneficial for you to avoid harsh and sharp reactions, focus on self-improvement, and question how well your actions align with what is expected of you or where you may have made mistakes. And on the other hand, there are financial matters. Unexpected expenses may arise this week because Mercury is starting its retrograde. Your phone, computer, or an electronic device in your home may break down. If you don't want to add new unnecessary expenses, you should be especially careful with your electronic devices against drops and impacts. With the energy of the moon, emotional intensity will be high this week. Your sensitivity may increase and you may become more intuitive internally. Instead of suppressing your emotions, see them as your guide. Your emotions will show you what you need, and since your physical health will be directly related to your emotional balance this week, it will be beneficial to engage in activities like walking, yoga, or anything that nourishes you. Don't push your body too hard and don't suppress your spirit throughout the week. Stay balanced, and especially creative expressions can be beneficial. Conversations with your new friends can both lighten you emotionally and inspire you. Especially from the middle of the week onwards, pay attention to whom you spend your time with, because this emphasizes the importance of choosing those who are supportive of your energy. Towards the weekend, staying at home, turning inward, prioritizing communication with your loved ones to overcome problems, and gaining clarity on decisions you are considering about your private life can be greatly beneficial. May the best and highest good come to you. May The skies be your guide, and your path be filled with light. Children of the Sun, Leos, energies that clarify your goals are dominant. This week, the sky is filled with supportive energies to help you clarify your personal visions and achieve your goals. You can succeed in implementing the decisions you make, both personally and professionally, in a positive way. However, Mercury, the planet of communication, starts its retrograde on the 17th. You need to pay attention to this as well. Your natural leadership is shining, and with Jupiter's support, you are facing wonderful energies to expand your current position. If you want to be a light, now's the time to heal your own darkness with your light. The sky says, showcase your talents and stand out in your career life with your courage. Especially in your love life, the steps you take with courage can become the protective armor of your long-term happiness. You can transform the tensions in your relationship. Emotional bonds can be rekindled. The sky is giving you a chance to make up for mistakes without prejudice. However, you need to act cautiously when it comes to financial matters, especially if you have lent money and can't get it back, and if you are experiencing financial difficulties because promises made to you have not been kept. The sky warns that you may have payment problems with banks. Let your motto be to act correctly with concrete steps and long-term thinking in order to achieve new gains. In addition, the sky wants you to pay attention to sensitivities related to your health, especially your stomach and particularly the left side of your body. In the middle of the week, taking time for yourself and especially recognizing the mistakes you've made due to wrong decisions and determining what you can do about them will give you the strength to open up new paths one by one. Especially as the weekend approaches, creative and opportunity-filled influences will come your way, so make sure to make the most of this energy. However, the sky says to stop feeling upset about your sacrifices for your family being ignored and about unfair accusations. Now is the time to look at yourself, those who love you for who you are, and your priorities from a new perspective and to restructure your life. Pave your own path with your courage and let your inner voice guide your way. Especially use your light to illuminate your own darkness. The humility that merges with your self-confidence will reward you. If you want to receive the best for your highest good, now it's your turn to fight for it. Becoming the king of the forest is not that easy. Now, struggle, battle, and the risk happiness there all for you. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Mercury, Virgos, the sky is inviting you this week to bring order and establish systems. In particular, the sky is urging you to review your routines, organize the tasks you've neglected, and bring your planning skills to the forefront. Tidying up the scattered areas of your life will significantly boost your productivity. Otherwise, when your ruling planet Mercury goes retrograde on the 17th, you may face misunderstandings at work and mistakes that could ultimately distance you from your job. My advice to you is to make it your intention to act by observing every detail thoroughly. With this approach, you can overcome difficulties, and the stars emphasize the importance of paying attention to your income and expenses. In particular, my advice to you is that if you don't want to experience financial difficulties, you should act cautiously and tailor your spending to your means. Avoid borrowing money, lending money, or applying for loans. In relationships, the stars this week point to tests related to honesty and the sense of trust. If you want to be a safe harbor for others, you must also learn how to inspire trust. Let your struggle this week be not for surprises, but for building strong bonds and bringing peace with your presence. Otherwise, you would continue to be tested by disappointments, regrets, and the varying energies brought on by repeating the same patterns. When it comes to health, you may feel tired and your psychological sensitivities may be heightened. My advice to you is to wake up early, take regular walks, and increase your water intake. This can make a big difference for you. The sky is telling you to be determined to solve your problems with your mental sharpness. Especially as the weekend approaches, engaging in activities that will heal your body and mind, will gently embrace your tired nervous system, and spending time with your loved ones will do you a lot of good. And this week, the sky says, rather than trying to control everything, find balance and be flexible. It may not be perfect, but embrace the beauty of what is real. You can work with healing energy, talk with friends you feel comfortable with, and instead of reacting aggressively to the weight of your mistakes, you can express them kindly and move toward the solution. As the sky awakens you at this point, instead of resisting this energy, remain in acceptance. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Venus, Libras. The sky is warning you this week to act carefully when it comes to matters related to relationships. If you are married, be aware that the choices you make regarding your spouse or partner will come back to you as both positives and negatives. The sky says, in order to move forward correctly, complete what is unfinished, because the next spouse or ex-lover may want to re-enter your life. You may question your current relationship, or you could be tested by events that will take your sense of empathy to another level, such as the truth your spouse or partner has been hiding from you coming to light. In your professional life, the sky emphasizes the importance of acting with team spirit. The influence of celestial muses inspiring you may bring great opportunities through success born from harmony. And this week, the sky also warns you that any words or expenses made without thinking may lead to regrets and difficulties. Trying to please others at the expense of straining your budget, or taking risks with the mindset of we only live once, we won't get another chance, should not lead you to face payment difficulties and unexpected consequences in the following week. Especially this week, remember that when your emotional balance is shaken, you should show kindness to yourself first without judging yourself. As for health-related matters, the stars indicate that sensitivities in the lower abdomen may increase. Therefore, my advice to you is to pay close attention to your hygiene. In your private life, there may also be some news regarding family matters. You may receive reactions from your family. My advice to you is not to create an environment for arguments. This week, arguments will turn out against you. It will be beneficial for you to make your decisions based on answers that come in silence, and especially to avoid acting as if others are to blame for issues you cannot find answers to internally. Because this week, the sky will put you through a series of tests when it comes to finding the right words and maintaining balance in complicated relationships. If you move forward while maintaining balance, you can achieve peace, tranquility, and inner stability. But my advice to you is to act without ignoring your intuition throughout the week. Your intuition is powerful enough to help you in many matters. Embrace this by staying in the flow and in acceptance. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Scorpios are the children of Mars. This week, the sky is warning you not to adopt harsh or sharp attitudes while standing up for your rights. The harsh reactions you give to prove yourself right could lead to legal consequences and situations that might put your job at risk. So be very careful. You shouldn't create situations that will lead to regrets you won't be able to recover from later. My advice to you is that the sky this week emphasizes how important and clear it is to ask yourself whether you are ready to see what is hidden and to confront suppressed emotions. Remove the masks and see your true selves now. In your career, there are energies where you feel stuck. What are the things that motivate you? What are the things that drain you? Question these. If your current path isn't nourishing you, remember that you need to chart a new course, not necessarily a radical one, but with strategic adjustments. Financially, you should also pay attention to your income and expenses balance. In disputes regarding inheritances, debts, or shared resources, it is extremely important to communicate clearly and calmly. If you don't want to deal with escalating problems in the coming days, you must act with wisdom at this point. When it comes to your health, an increase in your stress levels may lead to sleep problems and, in particular, a rise in allergic reactions. Instead of trying to heal yourself, it will be more beneficial for you to seek treatment under the care of a specialist doctor. And under the influence of Pluto, emotions rising from your subconscious will make you confront your shadow wall traumas, emotional cycles. Instead of running away from these, you should be honest with yourself and not be afraid to face them. In relationships, things won't remain on the surface this week. You may see the truth and even come to a crossroad. You can also bring trust, loyalty, and spiritual closeness, as well as honest communication and mutual compassion to the forefront. Decide what you want with your heart. Because loneliness could mean suppressing yourself, avoiding confrontation, and later having to deal with deep regret. Now, it will be beneficial to act with the awareness that being responsible to yourself and your loved ones, behaving honestly, and facing things head on will bring great rewards. Especially throughout the week, pay attention to your relationships with fire sign people, that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Avoid arguing with fire element individuals among your close ones, friends, and colleagues, and steer clear of attitudes that allow their superior airs to wear you down. May the skies be your guide and your paths be filled with light. Children of Jupiter, Sagittarians, a week of knowledge and innovation awaits you. This week, you'll find yourself searching both mentally and spiritually. Whether your quest is physical or intellectual, you'll become aware of your own depths through new experiences. In your professional life, new opportunities and different projects may come your way. Especially act with the awareness that you can structure opportunities with quick decisions and bold steps. But since Mercury retrograde starts on the 17th, the stars advise, don't act without a risk analysis, think big, and move wisely. When it comes to financial matters, you need to think strategy. Focus on long-term gains rather than short-term spending. Jupiter's energy brings a high potential for abundance, but it also warns you that you need to act in a planned manner. Especially, the collection of receivables from the past may begin starting from the middle of the week. This may seem dizzying and tempting to you for a moment. But if you can't stay in control at that dizzying point, your spending could trigger regrets, payment difficulties, and cause you to lose focus on the important aspects of your work life. You should pay attention to these when it comes to communication, especially in work-related matters. There are energies that will allow you to gain benefits from shared visions, new projects, and collaborations. In your private life, listen with your heart and share without judgment. If you are at a point where a relationship that should end is dragging on, the stars advise you to move forward not with emotion but with the reality of what you have experienced, what it has given you, and what it has taken away. Spend time in nature, especially because it will nourish your soul. Engage in outdoor activities to cleanse your mind and body, and be open to the wisdom that Jupiter offers as a gift. It's time to move towards a field of learning. My advice to you in particular is to be open-minded. It has the power to help you overcome your ambitions in your work life, love life, and family matters, to receive the rewards of your heart, and to allow your inner vision to guide you in the right direction. If you want to move forward, grow, and reach better places, not through the guidance of others, but by your own choices, now is the time to embark on a journey for yourself. Throughout this week, when you may sense both hidden and open hostilities, don't hesitate to act cautiously and defend yourself with timely interventions. May the skies be your guide and your path be illuminated. Saturn's children, Capricorns, are supporting you this week to shine on the career stage. Energies that will increase your professional success and visibility are at play. However, if you are looking for a job, the energies invite you to approach your career goals seriously, make strategic decisions, and show leadership in order to achieve them. You should concretize your projects. You must not ignore the need to take an active role in decision-making processes, because what you ignore may come back to you as regrets and restlessness. This week, you may meet important people and seize opportunities such as making impactful presentations or receiving consultancy. Invitations for a new position, partnership, or project are also among the energies reflected to you this week. Your strong stance will attract attention, but the stars advise you to act with diplomacy in your communications. When it comes to financial matters, the energy of controlled growth prevails for you. Take advantage of this week's influences to make lasting moves, such as real estate, business ventures, or retirement plans. But as Mercury goes retrograde on the 17th, make sure you fully understand and read everything correctly before signing anything. You may be more likely to neglect relationships because you are focused on your career. Your spouse, partner, family, and friends may need your attention. The stars are telling you to balance your schedule so you can spend quality time with your loved ones. If you lack emotional balance, your professional success won't be supported. You've especially been worn out by all the busyness. Grounding exercises will do you a lot of good this week. Nature walks, breathing exercises, taking small breaks for yourself throughout the day will help you see great benefits. The stars are telling you to pay attention to your dreams for a week. The dreams you have may hold answers to many things you're searching for and could also provide you with warning messages. Everything is for your highest good. While your ruling planet Saturn is in retrograde, you will gain strength through discipline, so you can do what is right and beautiful. You are going through a test of resilience. Even if the steps you take now seem small to you, they will yield significant results in the days to come. Because patience is the key to the seeds you plant and to shaping your future. Draw strength from your loved ones, strengthen your bonds with your family and those who care about you. Don't lose sight of the realization that you will start winning from where you lost. Not in crowds, but in an environment that gives you confidence. Find balance between your visionary goals and your emotional needs. In the long run, both your professional and personal life will be restructured, stay in the flow and in acceptance. Children of Uranus, Aquarians, the week of innovation and novelty awaits you. This week, your more creative and unconventional ideas, strong and lasting new beginnings in your professional life, brainstorming sessions, group projects, and especially benefits coming from foundations could mark the start of an entirely new cycle in your career. Don't be afraid to embrace bold ideas and to strengthen your relationships with people introduced to you by courageous individuals. The sky is inviting you to climb to the top through collaborations. Because, in a professional sense, teamwork can help you achieve results beyond your expectations. My advice to you is don't ignore this week when you can achieve great success through group synergy. However, as Mercury retrograde accompanies Saturn and Neptune on the 17th, avoid taking risks with investments and especially regarding financial matters and transactions, maintain your current conditions. Stay away from making drastic decisions. The choices you make now carry critical risks that could lead to regrets or even to losses and victimization due to fraud. In relationships, especially to prevent misunderstandings, you need to act by expressing your feelings and thoughts clearly. Reach out to people you think you may have neglected. If there are misunderstandings, realize that you should be the one to take the first step to clear them up, not the other person. My advice to you especially is to renew your perspective in work and educational activities if you want to create change. The stars are saying this. And under the influence of Uranus, you should get rid of your outdated habits. Don't resist change when you move forward with innovation and originality. It will help you structure both your work and love life. Especially in matters related to your love life, make sure your partner or significant other feels that you respect their thoughts through your attitude and actions. And to prevent the problems you experience with your family from causing even more tension in your private life, take responsibility before things get out of hand. My advice to you is that small but determined steps will protect your relationship in many ways, especially. Don't go on the defensive for those family members who are known for their selfishness. Let your struggle be about improving your relationship with your spouse or partner and creating a better and happier family environment. Aquarians who have children may have to deal with their kids' health problems and issues in their personal lives over the weekend. If you approach things with a solution-oriented mindset instead of panicking, the problems will be overcome. Neptune's mystical children, Pisces, a week of inner journeys and emotional renewal. This week, the sky points to healing your subconscious patterns and transforming your inner fears, highlighting the beauty that comes with emotional healing and purification. You cannot move forward unless you nourish your soul. Your creativity is on the rise in your professional life. When you face challenges, trust your intuition to develop innovative solutions and pay close attention to the finer details, especially as Mercury goes retrograde on the 17th. This will help prevent mistakes in your strategic decisions, and you'll also be able to notice many intrigues happening behind your back. When it comes to financial matters, past payments and difficulties may resurface. If things you've overlooked are coming up today, make an effort to restructure them and take responsibility for your mistakes without shifting the blame onto others. Let this be your attempt to open a new chapter in your life. And when it comes to financial matters, you should especially focus on saving. If you have thoughts about buying, selling, or relocating, you shouldn't push the conditions too hard this week. In relationships, empathy, understanding, and sincerity can bring you tremendous benefits. And just when you think things are over, the strengthening of bonds may lead to new beginnings. My advice to you in particular is to aim for harmony with your spouse or partner rather than getting into stubborn power struggles or trying to assert dominance. Pray, meditate, try breathing exercises, and explore creative art therapies to calm your mind and maintain inner peace. Neptune's influence will support you in managing your complex emotions. You should especially try to decipher the language of your subconscious as the weekend approaches. Spending time in nature with your spouse or partner can strengthen your family and emotional bonds, especially in complex and emotional situations. Compassion has the power to turn many mistakes into what is right. As the guidance of the universe strengthens your emotional depth, now embrace the light that already exists within you with all your might. Let your journey be guided by your heart, intuition, and mind so that you can start over, part ways with those who don't deserve you, and set out again by restoring stability, success, and your goals in your life. Believe in yourself, you will succeed. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light.